Happy New Year. We're just going to do a short video today about social skills and developing the capacity to connect, as well as teaching the rules of social skills and the rules of engagement, and why we think this is important. If I was to learn a new skill, maybe I was going to learn archery, and someone sat me down and they taught me all the rules of how to hold the bow and shoot an arrow, and maybe we studied diagrams and we talked about what we would do in different situations. I still wouldn't be ready to actually shoot an arrow until I'd had some practice, until I'd built that muscle memory, until I'd learnt to be strong in the right places and use my grip properly. My capacity to hold the bow and arrow needs to be built at the same time as my understanding of how I'm going to shoot this thing. And really, that's the same for social skills with our young children. And in typical development, we teach our children the rules. Sometimes we're a little bit heavy with the rules, at the same time as we let them practice. And they practice, don't they? They practice and they practice again. And we let these things happen in parallel. Often for our older children who are still struggling with social connection and with community problem solving, we take them out of the class and we put them into groups and we go over the rules with them again. And we teach the rules in different ways, and we can teach them with characters, and we can draw pictures, and we can do worksheets. But we need to also be making sure that we give them that practice that happens in typical development, the practice that they need, which is many times over, to see how they can build that muscle memory, how they can build that capacity to connect, to stay calm when you're frustrated because someone doesn't really understand you, or because they don't want to share that toy with you, or because you don't want to share that toy with them. All those skills that build up towards social problem solving and multi-causal thinking and being able to hold someone else's mind in your own mind, they take practice. And so social skills is really something that can be developed beautifully in play and playful scenarios. It can be developed in the middle of activities, of gross motor sports and fine motor crafts, as we sit alongside each other, as we enjoy shared experiences. We're building the capacity to connect. And a skilled facilitator, we want you to be bringing in that practice and the rules. We don't throw the rules out, but we go beyond the rules, and we support that child so that they can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 multiple times where they fail or succeed and come back and try again in a supportive and nurturing atmosphere. At STAR, we really like to do these social groups like the crew social group and the trampoline social group with activity-based curriculums and plans for the session, where the children can come together, and maybe they're not focused on learning skills. It's maybe not called social club, it's maybe called trampoline club, and they come together, they focus on the trampolines, they have a great time, but they negotiate, they share, they choose different music together, and so on. And all the time the facilitator is helping remind them of the rules, and also practice, stay calm, stay regulated, and keep the other person's mind in mind. And another really cool project that we're excited about is called Critical Core, and it uses role-playing games to support the development of social capacity and capacity to connect. Critical Core uses tabletop role-playing games, much like Dungeons and Dragons, that have been adapted so that children are rolling a dice, working together as a team, and taking on fantastical characters. So we're running this group starting in January at STAR, and our other social groups are starting up again soon. The link to sign up will be in the comments below. But also, if you want to find out more about the Critical Core curriculum or any of our other programs that we run, please write in and let us know. Critical Core can be found at criticalcore.org, and I hope you're just as excited about it as we are.